Hello, everybody. This is She Said. How y'all doing? Look, I want to welcome you to the channel. Um, if you don't mind, can I get a like, don't like, share, a comment? I appreciate that. Anything you do, I'd appreciate it. Okay, now this is what's going on. I have been out of church for a couple of hours. I went east. And I don't even know what to say. I don't know how to say it, and I don't know what to say. But I was in the store. See, my stuff is in the back seat. It's all in the back seat. I don't know what you saw, but that's what I brought. Um, the I got in the line at Club S, and as I was in line at Club S, the man that was in front of me, I don't know if he was African, I don't know if he was Haitian, I don't know the dialect, la-di-dee, la-di-da. This man had a TV as wide as my car. This TV was so big, I was like, that thing would take up an entire wall in my living room. Anyway, that ain't none of my business. He can buy whatever he want to buy. He can do whatever he want to do. But what got me was that obviously he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know how to make the transaction. The little guy that was waiting on him and was waiting for me, he was like, the man was like getting irritated and like, I was like, if this man flinch, I mean, if he jumped like that, I mean, like he's gonna jump on somebody, baby, I'm out of here. I'm gonna leave everything right where it is, and I'm walking out, and I'm gonna be looking around me as I walk out in case he got some more people with him, in which he did. He had a female and a child with him, and then might have been his wife, I don't know. Might have been his child, I don't know. Then he had other women. There was a group of women, like 4 or 5 women, and there was another man in that group also, because they were at the service counter when I was trying to load a card for my gas. Okay. Like I said, I can't say they, I'm gonna say he was a little heated and a little hot, and he was talking loudly at times. And I was like, see, I didn't come here for that. I didn't. Now, y'all already know I don't go nowhere by myself. You know that. I already told you. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. But I can't show you. Okay, I'm going to say that. I can't show you. But anyway, oh, here we go again. This is me dropping the phone. So let's see if I can move this. Move it up or down or something. Okay. Let's see if this will work. It may not. Well, let's try it again. Okay, y'all, I dropped you on the floor. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I apologize. Okay. So, all right. Now I'm looking down on y'all again, which I don't like to do, but that's okay. As long as y'all can see me and I can see y'all. Well, I can't see y'all, but you know what I'm talking about. So, anyway, while we're here, I got me another acai nutty bowl smoothie because it is hot out here. Can y'all see that? I'm trying to show y'all, but I don't know if I'm doing a good job or not because I can't see. But anyway, uh, that might be better. I don't know. I hope y'all can see that. Well, anyway, um, back to the story. I was laying my stuff out on the counter because all he had was this one item. this big old big screen TV. And what got me was that he did not have a basket or anything, a trolley to push that up there on. He just had, I guess he just picked it up and brought it over and said, I want you to ring it up, whatever he was saying. It did not appear to me that he spoke any English. And the people that he was talking to, they were all speaking in their language. Excuse me, y'all. Good. It didn't appear to me that he was speaking, that any of them were speaking any English at all. And yes, I was listening. Because I wanted to hear if he was going to bark at somebody or, any indication that I need to run. So, anyway, they got it cleared up some kind of way. And I didn't ask no questions to the young guy because it wasn't none of my business. I was like, how you doing today? He said, I'm fine. How you doing? Da, da, da. Okay. And he was really kind. And even though he had a hard time, he was not being rude to me. He was being very kind to me. And I asked him, I said, did you get the water that's underneath? He said, oh yeah. He said, when I first got here, I used to make that mistake all the time and I wasn't ringing up items that were on the bottom. He said, but now I start at the bottom and I work my way up. That way, when I put stuff in the cart, like put it back in there, it's not covering up what's on the bottom, and so I haven't forgotten. I said, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. So anyway, a lady came up and she was saying to him and to me, she said, oh, well, you're his last customer before he goes on break. And the child needed a break after dealing with all of that, because a man came up right after I came up. And I smiled at him and I said hi. And if he was gonna bust in, I was gonna let him bust in. I don't be fighting people over no foolishness and get myself hurt. So, yes, I am that person. I will speak up about this, that, and the other. But see, the situation was already heated, so I wasn't gonna go in there and start fussing at anybody about anything. So the man, he said, you can go ahead. I said, thank you. I got in the line and I started unloading my cart. I'm thinking, okay, this is not going to take long because he just got one item. Well, the man that let me in, he went over to the next register and there were two people in front of him and he left before I did. Why? Somebody was holding up the line. But I made it out. I'm good. I don't know what time it is now, but I'm sure it's after 5 o'clock. And I went there around 3, 2 something 3. I don't really know. And I was looking at my clock, but I don't be remembering stuff like that because it didn't mean anything to me. So anyway, I went on and I did what I had to do, but I did not get gas. And the reason why I did not get gas is because I'm in my car. I got gas. I put gas in my car, but I have gas cans in the trunk. And my goddaughter's son, my god grandbaby, he helped me open them up because they were on there kind of tight and my little weak hands. I was like, dang, what's going on? So he helped me open them up and everything. And I'm gonna have to find something to bless him with because he didn't have to do that. And he was really sweet about it. So anyway, I am going to go tomorrow. There's a gas station not far from me. And I will get the gas and I will put it away. I will mark the can and blah, 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 everything that you do that you got to do. Because I want to have some gas just in case this, what do you call it? In case this thing happens on the 1st where they stop the movement of stuff in and out of our port. I hope y'all understood that, because that was hard. That was real hard for me to get out, and I still didn't use the words that I want to use because I didn't hear them. They weren't coming to me. I didn't. So anyway, I'm just letting y'all know that I'm still trying to communicate. I'm gonna communicate for as long as I can, and I just messed up my shirt. Never fear. I have napkin, and I just messed up my pants, and I just messed up my seat. That's why there's water, and it has been raining, so I do have water. That's gonna be all right. I see something, but oh, that's the shirt. It's all right. But anyway, as I said before, and I will continue to tell y'all, keep your head on a swivel. Mind your business to the best possible. Don't start no fights with nobody out there. Because I'm going to tell you about how some people do, how some cultures do, how some things pop off. You can be upset with one person. They got people standing over here. They got people standing over here. They got people standing over there. They got some behind you. Whatever. And how I know this happened to a guy at work with some people that don't speak English. They weren't black. They weren't white. I don't know what they was. They weren't Hispanic. I can usually identify Latin people by what they're saying. I can't tell you what they said, but I've been around them long enough, and I know when they're talking about me. I can't say when they're talking about you, but I know when they're talking about me. So anyway, people will get into it with somebody, then their people will rush you. They'll surround you, and they'll beat you up. If not kill you, they'll beat you up and leave you for dead. And as I said, I don't know what nationality that young man was. I don't know. Now, the women that I saw when I first came into the store were some of the women that he was talking to. And I asked him, I said, "Are you ladies next in line?" And they kind of looked at me and I said, "Are you ladies next in line?" And they said, "Oh no, oh no." And they pointed, like gesturing toward, "You go." So I went. So they understood something. They understood something, some of what I said. Maybe it's very little, but they understood something. So anyway, I'm just glad that that's over. I'm glad that I got my stuff and I'm coming in my house and I'm getting off of here before it gets dark, because I'm getting inside my house and I'm going to try to take the trash out. Well, I know it's getting kind of dark now. I may not be able to get the trash out, but I will be able to bag it up and have it ready for in the morning. I don't take my trash out at night. This time of day, I'll go out. A little bit darker, I'll go out, but I'm not going by myself. And I will take my trash out and I'll get my butt right back in the house. I don't like it when people walk up on me. And some people will walk up on you and not say nothing until they right up on you. And then you scream and bust their eardrum, or you hit them, or whatever. Whether it's funny to them or whatever, I don't know. Maybe they just don't have any manners. They've never been taught. I don't know. But I'm telling you, don't do that to anybody. We talked about being mature. We talked about being perfect. We talked about being blameless. You are not blameless in a thing if you scare the mess out of somebody and they haul off and put you on the ground. You're not blameless when you do that. So I'm just saying, it's not funny. It's not cute. People do it all the time and they laugh. They think it's funny to see somebody jump and scream and all that stuff. What if they jump and land on your foot and break their foot? It could happen. It could happen. So all I'm saying is, let us be an example to people. Let us be an example of how you're supposed to act, and show people when it's right to get out of Dodge. If something is popping off over here, oh well, I tell you what, I think I need to go to the bathroom. I'll see y'all later, and head on out. I probably won't go to the bathroom because that's what I said, and probably somebody might come looking for me in the bathroom. I'm gonna be somewhere else. I'll be halfway home for real. So I don't know. I don't know why. I do know why. I know why. I knew why. I just I don't think like that. I don't think like that. But I know why people are doing that. They're being influenced by the enemy. That's all. They're being influenced. Excuse me. And all of that is sad. And like yesterday, I haven't put up the video yet, but by the time y'all see this, I'll have that video up of that little boy coming in. Went up to I was sitting in my car. He went up to my door, knocked on my door. He was trying to sell something. He was over here at my neighbor's house. I don't know if he sold anything or not. It's not my business. But when he came over on my property, that became my business. I didn't want anything, didn't need anything. I knew what I had to do today. And I overspent some today. But it is what it is. So he was knocking on my door. I don't know if he saw me in the car. I don't know if he did see me and didn't think I lived here. I don't know. And if you want to know the truth, I think he looks like that other little boy. The one that was trying to get me involved in the thing with the lady across the street about cutting the grass and all that stuff. He looked a little bit like him, like he could be his little brother. I didn't ask him. Who was standing outside my window. I'm eating, talking to y'all. And he just standing there. And I waved at him. I was waving like, I'm just waving like bye. And he started walking close to the car. I said, no, no, no. I started doing like, no, no, no. I don't want anything. I don't want anything. I'm telling y'all, watch that stuff. Watch that stuff. You can get jacked, ganked, shanked, shot, beat over the head, trying to help a child. I don't think they should be doing that. I don't think they should be doing that anymore. That fundraisers for the school and all that. We pay taxes. I ain't got no kids in school. I'm still paying taxes. My child been out of school too long. I remember when my mother was upset. She said, they're going to raise our taxes and we're going to have to pay this and that. I said, Mom, that's a part of education. They need the money. And they're going to do whatever it is it takes to get the money for them to be able to do different things. But now, My mother's been gone for a while. Y'all excuse me, I'm being greedy because I'm hungry. This is my second meal of the day. They do what they do to raise the money. But I don't think it's fair to the kids to put them out there in harm's way. And I don't think it's fair to us that somebody could possibly use a child to draw us out, to to pull us outside of our home, outside of our car, outside of this, that, and the other. And you want to see the little paper roll. You want to, let me see the paper. Let me see. Oh, do they have a candle on there? How did they get one for less than $10? Whatever. And it's sad that the world has come to this. And it's not the kids' fault. It's us grown people, us old folks. It's our fault. Because we still expect it to be like when we were kids. Oh, let them go down. Anybody with sense is not going to let their child walk down the block. I don't care how well you know your neighbors. That one neighbor that everybody likes, he could be the one to snatch somebody in the house and put them in the basement. And you never see your child again. I'm just saying. And have conversations with your children. Have conversations about them, about things that could happen and how they should respond in a good situation. In a what's that called? In a situation that would go right if you did this, that, and the other. At least they could try to do what's right and get away from the person. If the person sneezes, run. If the person have a coughing fit, run. And get home as fast as you can. And if you can't, you might have to go to another neighbor's house. You might have to. So what I would like to see happen is that a child don't be put in that situation. But I still think that parents should talk to the children and let them know this is how you do to get away from whomever for whatever reason. And adults should be careful about when you're walking down the street with a child that you have not been put in charge of. You see a child in distress and you want to help them get home. Oh, don't be hugging them all up and holding their hand and stuff like that, because somebody could take pictures and say, oh, that person was trying to leave that. It's you trying to help and you get in trouble. And the one that's being nasty, they get away with stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I've seen a lot of stuff in my life. I was talking to my friend in Texas yesterday, and I was telling her about an incident. It broke my heart. And I didn't know, at the time, I didn't know what was going on. And then I was told what happened. I wasn't told. Grown people were talking in front of me when they should not have been talking in front of me and telling me what went down. And when I got older, I was like, what? Are you serious? Somebody actually did that to somebody? Painful, 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 painful to me. Street lights are on. So please, 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 watch your back, talk to your kids, have your children watching each other's back. Have your children watching each other's back, all of y'all's back, while you're out together. If I could have a child at this age, I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, no, God, no. Father, please, no, I would, I see mothers with 4, 5, 6, 7 little kids. They're like stair steps or whatever, however they came. And it's all this mother can do to wrangle her kids together. And you got the older ones watching the younger ones. And the older ones, they ain't that old. And they got a baby on their hip. Somebody could snatch them all. Just snatch 3 or 4 of them at a time, I don't know. Let's pray, y'all. Let's pray. Let's pray. Let's pray. Let's talk to God about it. Let's open up the Bible, find some scriptures, and put it on the situation. He said, fear not. You are really going to have to trust him not to fear because of what you know that people are capable of, and you know that people listen to the enemy, and they whatever he says do, they do. They all for it. Hey, whatever the devil says, that's what I'm gonna do. People are like that. How they say, if it feels good, do it. No, 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 no. That's you and your crew. That ain't me. So anyway, not trying to be ugly, not trying to be funny. I'm not making things up. I'm just telling y'all stuff that I be seeing when I leave. I'm gonna talk about my neighborhood when I leave my house. I see stuff going on in my neighborhood. I see it. It's sad. It's heartbreaking. Even going to the grocery store, you see people distracted by their children because their children is having a all-out tantrum, throwing themselves in the floor, screaming and hollering and carrying on. I want this. I want this. Or just screaming, not saying what it is they want so somebody can hand it to them so they shut up. And all of that attention is on one child. Another child's getting drug out the back door, the side door, the front door, whatever. Or things are being stolen. All kind of stuff be going on because, oh, well, they've got the attention. Let's let them have the attention. Let's go over here and do this. Not blaming it on the child. Kids do what kids do. But at the same time, you can talk to your children. You ain't got to kill them. You ain't got to beat them to death. I know some people, they'll take their children's hand and they'll just squeeze their hand, like squeeze their hand, and they'll be quiet. One lady taught her child how to get her attention while she's talking to adults. And she says she's sitting there and she's talking to her friend, and the child comes up and wants to talk, wants mama's attention. So she taught her child, you either put your hand on my leg or on my arm and just rest your hand there. And you wait for mommy to stop talking. You wait for mommy to give you her attention. I got your attention. I know you're here, but you wait for me to stop. This is adult conversation. So she talks until they get to a breaking point, and then they stop. And she said, excuse me just for a minute. And she'll give all of her attention to her child. The child says, this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And she said, okay, well, then you blah, 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 blah back, blah, boo, blah, blah. Okay, then it's settled. the child goes off and plays again. She can resume her conversation with the adult that she was talking to. That seems real easy to me. Seems real, and there's no temper tantrums. There's no child rolling around in the floor, screaming and hollering. And I'm just saying, there's different ways to do things. There's ways to teach your children not to run off because they can't get what they want, and they'll run down the aisles of the store looking for some brand of cookies or some chips or something. I don't know, candy. I don't know. And I didn't have that problem with my son. I would talk to him before we left the house and before we went in the store. And I told him, I said, look, this is what's happening. We are going shopping and you are going to behave like the young man that I am raising you to be. So that means you get to pick out one thing. And if you see something else that you want, you have to put that first thing, you got to put that back to get that other one thing because you're only getting one thing. His thing was like fruit roll-ups, those Nutri-Grain bars. He really liked them things. I wonder what's in them. I need to look at the yeah, them fruit roll-ups now. I know it can't be a whole lot of good in there, but a lot of sugar. But anyway, those were the things that he liked a lot, but sometimes he would want some chips or something. So, why do people ride so close to your car when they own bicycles and stuff? And when they walk all up on your car. But anyway, so I didn't have a lot of problems with him having tantrums in stores. When he was a little bitty thing, he would have tantrums at home. And I'm like, what in the world is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? So I talked to a nurse one time and she said that negative attention is better than no attention. And all they want is your attention. And I'm the type person that I don't like to give my attention to everybody. Being that he's my child, he's got my attention automatically, but he's not going to ain't gonna mess up my day. That ain't happening. You ain't messing up my day. So if you got something you want to say to me, come on, let's talk. What you want to say? That's how it is. Y'all forgive me. I guess this is a mukbang. I don't know. I'm drinking a smoothie and I'm just all over the place. But anyway, it is getting late. Been on here over half an hour. And I just want y'all to know that you are loved and you are cared about. And I hope that I have given you a thing or two to think about. And I'll speak Psalms 91 over you. And I pray that you receive Romans 10, 9, and 10. And I read them in the other video. So when you see the video before this one, you will know what it is. But of course, I will always tell you, research it for yourself. Don't let people speak stuff over you. People got a way of speaking some awful things over people. And it's not nice. But anyway, I'm not prolonging this. You all have a wonderful, blessed, prosperous, peaceful, restful evening so you can get started again in the morning. Oh, that's a pretty color blue. So you can get started again in the morning. I'm gonna have some good news for you soon. I don't know if it's gonna be good for you, but it's sure gonna be good for me. And we'll talk later. We'll talk some more. Okay, have a blessed, wonderful evening. Love you. Bye-bye.